$17 million is how much all the coaches I've worked with in different niches and in 3 different languages have made collectively over the past couple years. And here's exactly what I found that crushes with online coaching business. For example, just last month, all my clients collectively made about $700K. And I always get asked, how are these coaches making $100K months consistently? And obviously it's not easy, but it's very simple. And it's always the same thing. Anytime I help a coach scale, I always look at 3.5 things. How are they getting attention? How are they monetizing this attention? And how are they creating the operations inside of their business to make sure they can scale? The 1/2 thing, I'll sprinkle it through the entire video. Very simply, when we speak about attention, it's just how are you getting? And then again, I'm not here to give you specific tips on like what you should do right now because every business is different. And again, I've worked in different niches like admissions, fitness, health, finance, education, all these different niches. So everyone requires a little bit of a different game plan, so to speak. But when it comes to attention, it's basically how are you as a business owner getting people to notice who you are and to notice who you're helping and to just basically find you. The thing is that most coaches believe that the fastest way to get this is ads. While it's the fastest, I argue that sometimes it's not the best. And I can say this because over the past couple of years and me coming from an agency standpoint, I ran budgets as high as $1 million a month. And I've ran, who knows, I don't know, $25, $30 million in ads. So I've seen both the organic and the paid side. And the other thing is that most coaches believe that fast is the best because right now we're in summer and you're probably scrolling through Instagram and you're seeing all these influencers, you know, flying first class, going to summer, going to Santorini, going to Spain, Marbella, and they see all this stuff. And I understand how frustrating it is to see all this stuff while you're in front of a computer working 15, 16, 18 hours every single day. And you're like, what is this one thing that I'm missing? I just want to go viral. I want to get more attention. I want to get more likes, or whatever. And you feel like the fastest way is ads. So obviously naturally we feel left behind that. And I get it. Most of the clients I work with right now, the first time we met, they came to me because they knew I run ads. They knew that I'm pretty darn good at running ads. So they always come to me because they want more leads, they want more clients, and they think just because of how they've been taught that ads are the best way. But very quickly in our call, I just asked them a couple questions and they quickly realized that if we somehow figure out their ads and they get 100 leads in a couple days, whatever, the entire business would suffer and would basically just destroy itself. It'll implode. So these questions that I asked them that makes them, you can literally see like when I'm speaking with them, they see that this aha moment. It's not just about running, listen, like running ads is very simple. Facebook, Google, anywhere you want to run ads, they've made it so simple because that's how they make a lot of money. For anyone to run ads, press a couple buttons, pull a couple levers, put a whatever creative you want to use, because trust me that even if you boost the most horrible post that you have, Facebook is going to find people to like it, to watch it, to comment on it, just because that's how the platform works. Running the ads is the easy part. But when I start asking businesses, like, who is it exactly that you want to help? Who is your ideal client? Meaning, who's the client that pays you the most, pays you on time, has referrals coming through, all these things? Who are the clients that are always getting the best results? What is it specifically that you're giving people that they need? Not just that they want, but that they need. And when I start asking all these questions, they have a hard time answering. And that's completely normal, by the way. But it's like, you need to understand in a very detailed way who is it that you're trying to help and what your messaging is, because once you figure out that, then you can start create content that hits those people. And Facebook does an amazing job and Instagram does an amazing job finding the right people if you're patient and if you consistently improve your messaging to get to the people that you want to help. I've helped a couple coaches hit $100,000 consistently without running any ad, without going viral, without having hundreds of thousands of followers, all because we've basically exploded their expertise on social media so that they can gain trust, they can gain likability, they can share personal stuff so that people feel more connected to them, because it's all part of selling. It's not just giving tips, but showing in social media so that people understand who you are, they understand that you know their pains more than they know their own pains, and that you can go through five different stages in content, so that you have some content for the unaware market, some content for the problem aware market, some content for the solution aware market, the product aware, and the most aware. So if you consistently understand how to create this type of content, whether you get 100 views on Reels or 10,000 views on Reels, if you nail this down, you're going to get clients. It's not ads that you need to start running. It's you have to start understanding specifically what message is going to get the right people to pay attention to you. And if you want to see one of my clients that made $100,000 consistently over time, repeatedly, without running any ads, I actually have the video in my channel where you can see exactly what we did, nothing held back, everything behind the scenes. I'll drop the video down below or in a card right now. So that's the first thing. It's attention. Now, if you have that nailed down, your messaging, and now it's time to run ads, then that's pretty easy. You've done the hard part already. Now, the second part is monetization. Now, it doesn't matter how good you are, how many leads you can get, how many views, likes, comments, shares, saves you can get, how much virality you can get. If you can't close people, if you can't make customers out of the attention that you're getting. Now, let's just say you hit all those sophistication levels in your content like we just spoke about. You understand how to write persuasive emails, persuasive copy, persuasive stories, you're good at storytelling, you show up on your stories and people want to hear your story. You have that all nailed down, like pretty solid. Awesome. Now you just have to learn how to monetize. You've probably seen that girl that went viral in news. She had like 2.3 million followers, and despite having so many people following her, she literally struggled to sell 36 t-shirts. You don't want to be that person. You have to understand that creating attention and monetizing this attention, literally two very different skill sets. That's why you see all the time a lot of influencers broke, and maybe sometimes people with 1,000 followers making a lot of money. And I have a couple of examples as clients who literally have 1,500 followers making really good money. So rather than buying another course to get more virality and to get more leads, you just have to understand what fits your market the best when trying to extract cash from these people. Every business is different. I mean, some people do master classes, some people do webinars, some people do ebooks and essential models, low ticket, school, everything. I've done many different strategies with my clients, and all it takes is you understanding what's the best for your market to get somebody to pay you over time repeatedly, and pay you over time with, high ticket ideally. But I can't just say right now, the best thing you can do is school, or the best thing you can do is low ticket, or the best thing you can do is ebook. Because if I say that, I'd be a liar. You have to just have the knowledge, or have somebody tell you exactly what to do, test, iterate, and then expand. Again, some clients right now are doing master classes, some are doing teaches, some are doing ebooks, some are doing just sales calls and the normal sales call funnel. You just have to find what works for you and what you enjoy the best, because at the end of the day, this is your business. But again, I want to make it super clear. The worst thing you can do as a coach is jump from coaching program to course and collecting all this like they're Pokemon cards, because you don't do anything with a lot of information if you don't know how to make the implementation. It's like buying 100 different books and not reading any of those, because you're just stuck into like, which book should I read first? Okay, if I read this first, it doesn't matter. Stick with one, try to improve it, and try to scale it, try to make it work. Understand the back-end process of a cold booking funnel, or the back-end process of a webinar funnel, or have somebody show you what you need to do in order to make those things work. And this is what I do, not literally, but like I have to slap my clients sometimes because they want to jump from shiny thing to shiny thing when the thing that's been making them the most amount of money is the thing that we've been doing. But it's just being patient and understanding how to use data to just make the funnel better. And again, you can run a bunch of different funnels. I have a video on like rating all the different funnels and how to stack different funnels so that you can make the most amount of cash. Now, the last piece of the puzzle is operations. And my favorite analogy to explain this is the duck swimming on water. If you see a duck swimming on water, on top of the surface, they look calm, but underneath the water, they're paddling like crazy. It's the same thing with operations. It's that boring side of business that seems like it's not moving fast. It's very slow. There's no instant ROI or ROAS or sexy number to look into. But it is this process that helps you build a very sustainable, enjoyable business that has a really good structure that can grow over time. One of the most important processes I help my clients build is something I call the GCR, which is Guaranteed Client Results System. And I know it sounds fancy, but it's actually very simple. Every single client that comes into my mentorship, we dissect their entire offer. We architect a very simple way so that anytime a new client comes in their business, we have the entire roadmap planned out. So all the client needs to do is literally follow the step-by-step process, because if they do, they will get results. My client is happy, their client is happy, they're gonna get results, which is what my client promised them, and hopefully get referrals and have a good book of business. Because again, if you have the attention and you know how to monetize this attention, but you can't give results, one, you're irresponsible, two, you're low-key scamming people, and three, it's just about business. Word's gonna get out there that you don't know what you're doing and you can't give people results. Because again, generating attention is one skill. Monetizing this attention is a different skill. But creating the operations and the behind the scenes and of a good business, a good structure, and giving people results, a completely different skill set as well. This is why all you have to do is combine all these three skill sets to have a very good business. That way you understand how to create attention, you understand how to monetize it in a way that you enjoy, whether it be masterclass, emails, SMS, whatever. And you have a process that you can replicate, gives people results, it's enjoyable, and the process that you can scale. And also the operations as you scale is who you hire, what type of software you need, how do you train your team, who do you have to hire in what positions, what they do, KPIs, OKRs, etc. It's all the different puzzle pieces you need to start creating a business that's not just the old and boring, you know, making 10K a month, but it's like now have a solid business that I know and I'm sure that I can take to 100K a month. That's what I do with my clients, and that's why they're crushing it. And I know, you're seeing the Iman Gadzis and the millions of his copycat. You're seeing Alex Hormozi and millions of his followers and the book launches and all these fancy, sexy things and all of these curated brands that look so cinematic and so cool and so well built. And you're looking at them thinking, that's exactly who I need to be successful, or that's exactly who I need in my business to be successful. You don't. I know you probably look into other IG accounts that are so curated and they look super fancy and elegant. The ones that are selling you a personality, or those shoving fancy funnel names that look super cool, and I've actually seen that are just ridiculous and funny with ridiculous names like weaponizing content system. Like, you don't need that. Look at Sam Ovens, for example, the co-founder of School. You probably know him from Hormozi, but this guy's the OG. Like, he started this entire info product market, I'd argue. Super soft-spoken guy, not a huge following, but my god, one of the smartest guys who ever done it, and he's still doing it with School now. But now people are like dopamine brain dead. People who want just like the bad bitch vibes with funnels, with cute names and things that just are just sounding ridiculous. These unique mechanisms that are just like, how did you come up with that name? But you don't need any of that. You have to understand that this building of a business, this scaling of a business, actually it's boring. It's all these three things that I said you need repeated over time. Consistently. That's all it takes. And that's how my clients last month made $700,000. And that's how I've helped clients collectively make $17-20 million. That's all it takes. Listen, once you are an entrepreneur, you're betting on yourself to literally make money out of nothing. Nobody else is paying you to show up and clock in. You're literally waking up and making shit happen. What makes you think that a glamorous journey with fancy funnel names is the thing that you need? It's literally just grit, order, guidance, determination. And this is the one half part. It's the mindset. The mindset to understand that more than likely, you just don't know what you don't know. So if you're just jumping from program to program to program to program because they sell a cute funnel name or a cute system, you're not gonna make it. And in an industry flooded with grifters and Iman Gadzi wannabes and Hormozi wannabes, it's very hard to find somebody that actually knows. But that's why in this next video, I'm gonna show you exactly the entire process I take my clients for free that has taken their coaching businesses to the next level, making 100K, 500K, and sometimes even $1 million a month in business. So check this video out and I'll see you on the next one.